Thanks, babe. Let me know about 500 on. Greetings, this is Frank. Hi. I know, I know, I just saw that. I just turned on my UB2B, and I'm very curious. This is from the United States Congress? Oh, I know exactly what Trump said today. I knew what he was going to say it today a long time ago. But where did you get this information from? Is it a tweeter? Is it somebody's opinion? Is it another guru? Facebook, so it's garbage. Alrighty. Thank you. I just wanted to double check. God bless you. Bye bye. Oh, 300 on? Okay. I think I'm going to put it inside, babe. That should help to cover it a little bit better from the wind. Ask him if that makes a difference from the wind.
How does this sound? Much better. Better. Sounds great. Much better. Better. Hi, C. And you got one okay.
41 questions. Can you believe that? These are the things that drive me crazy. Frank, I just heard on your form, I just heard in premium, and they say that a rocket and then you walk, and then they say Halabusi, this is not true. And it goes on. I mean, what?
Four.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. So that goes out the window. Goodbye. Here's another one from Facebook. Look at this. All it is just all the links from Facebook. They want me to go and look at the. I got the time. Yeah, I got the time to go look at this. What is it? And I don't have the time, so goodbye. So that one, goodbye. Next one. 113, 114, go. It just says 1-13, 1-14, go.
January 13th, January 14th. Somebody's giving you their opinion.
It could be the day when, their bar mitzvah is going to be, I don't know what I'm sorry. 7, 8, 5, okay, whatever. Yeah, go away, because I have you can't do these things. Oh, boy. Thank you, Jan. And you don't know how much I appreciate what you've done for me and my ministry. You and oh, that's nice. Pastor Bush. You're welcome, ma'am. I don't need to respond to that one. I don't think I do. How y'all doing? Can you hear me okay? We're outside. This is Alamoana Park, and that there is the Pacific Ocean. And those are, turn it around and show it to them, babe. This is the neighborhood we're in right now. Somebody sends me a Rich Lumbar link that does not work. I just so much. And they say, you got to listen to this, Frank. You got to listen to this. He sounds like you. Then why should I listen to it when I already heard myself? Here's another one. Frank, you got to watch this. Okay, so I'm going to click on it. And once again, all it is just a link that has no connection to anything. So Frank could not watch that. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Wow, look at Matt from California. I haven't heard from him in years. Hope he's doing okay. Les, I thought he's getting divorced, but he didn't, did he? No.
567.
567. Here we go again. Frank, you got to watch this. Look, it's on YouTube. It's really epic at 15:45-minute mark. I have no idea because you don't send me the proper links. You don't tell me what your name is. You don't tell me what the subject is about. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Send it to the other gurus. Here's another one. Look at, oh.
600.
Everybody's jumping on Trump. They are taking it and running with it and creating any story. Mr. Frank, look, here's Trump, and look what he's saying at the la mark. And look, Mr. Frank, my name is so-and-so, and I just want you to hear what Trump says to Laura. Yeah, I know the interviewer. At the very end of the video, if you haven't seen it already, you gotta see it, Mr. Frank. Please click on the link. Trump is telling you what I already told you. And why does everybody find it so, well, they find it exciting because, hey, Trump finally admitted what stupid Frank has been telling us. 35 billion dinars, sir. That's interesting because, if you go back and look at your notes, I told you we have 30 billion dinars. That was about a year ago. Sometime last year in the beginning I told you that. So we picked up another 5 billion. Not bad, sir. Recalculated? Of course you did. It's a good thing I don't know what in the world I'm talking about. By the way, I recalculated. Oh, yeah, I recalculated big time. So anyways, thank you. And I got to get rid of this one too. 600, 614, delete, just so many. And you're all precious people, but except for that one that sent me that guy. What was his name again? The guy, the guru that starts with an A. I don't want to mention his name, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The one we listened to this morning. And he had your voice in that recording.
Not nice.
Not nice. You leave my wife alone, sucker. I'll go mess with yours. So he says, well, Mr. So-and-so doesn't know, and he's just totally confused, and let me show and prove it to you. What are you, Mike Wallace saying? You're stupid, Mike Wallace. Why are you asking Trump this question? You know darn well the answer to this question, and you're stupid, though. Frank, sweetheart, lovey-dovey, hubby of mine, sugar booger. What else you call me? No, you don't call me sugar booger.
Babe.
Babe. What, babe? This guy, he says that you said the wrong name. I said, I know I said the wrong name. I was so embarrassed about it. You couldn't tell that I blushed because I'm dark complected, but what about it? And my wife says, well, he says that you don't know what you're talking about. Well, no, I didn't. I was saying Mike Wallace, God rest his soul. But as soon as I said, you told me, babe, you're wrong because somebody posted it. And then I humbly apologized. He even had that part in there where I humbly apologized. But it wasn't enough. They had to tell me that I'm stupid, that I don't know what I'm talking about. But, you never made a mistake. Never made a mistake, Mr. Perfect. And I apologize. Oh, hold on. See if we can get this napkin to this guy and give him my blood too, babe, okay? Wow, Mr. Perfectionist. All of you can go. You know where you can go. I could care less about all of you. When there's one or two, you know what? And then he had about 10, 11, 12 people that were regurgitating. Yeah, Frank's a jerk. Yeah, he's a punk. Yeah, he's insane. Yeah, he's nuts. Yeah, he's blah, 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 blah. I saw some of our people were in there and they were saying, you guys are crazy. You have no, he apologized. And the stuff he had, you never have. Really? And it's like he knew that the banks were receiving the 50Ks and the 100Ks. What were you doing there, sucker, listening to me and recording me? Listening because you need the information, but yet you vomit over a simple little mistake. Jan, if we become hermits after this, you know why, okay? I've had enough of humanity. Look at that. They're posting me here and they're telling me, Frank, look at this one. Frank, I'm watching you right now on YouTube. Oh, this is a nice guy. This is another one. Thought you'd use this for a public service announcement. No bogus links. Ha ha ha. What is it? What does it say? It's the bus driver. Look, he says, hey, yo. You can't see it yet?
It's too dark, but I'll get real close. This is not a suggestion.
So all you other gurus that come and take everything we've got and then complain about it, stop! He says, I love it, I love it, I love it. Show it to him. I'm watching YouTube right now. Hi, Tink. Hi. Somebody's saying hi to you, babe. You see, when a president says it, then Congress will know. When a president says it, then Congress will know. Yeah, really, because it's a president's prerogative to make decisions to protect our country. If Congress doesn't like it, now we happen to have a Nancy P. that thinks that she's the president, and she makes up her own rules. Nancy, you're running out of time, sweetheart. You got to defend your family pretty soon. Nancy, it really is best that you just shut up. You know, like me, I should shut up. But Nancy, you first. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another one of your UB2B calls. Today is the 11th of January, 2020. I greet you and hello, and I say hi and welcome and all that good stuff. We talk about the Iraqi dinar. Normally on Fridays and Saturdays, I stay in premium at my forum, ktfalways.com, ktfalways.com. If you're not a member of ktfalways.com, you should be by now. And all of you that call me, you tell me, hey, Frank, I watch you all the time. Oh, good. Then and then the questions you ask, well, the answers are in my forum. And the answers are in the production I made. Well, okay, but I want you to tell me direct. No. What do you mean no? No, I'm not going to waste my time and repeat everything on the phone for your pleasure. No. Well, I heard you correctly, but I just want you to make sure I got this. No. And I don't waste time like that anymore, family. It's ridiculous. They won't give you their phone numbers because they're not as stupid as me to spend time and help everybody. Although that's not necessarily a stupid thing. What I meant to say, as maybe sometimes stupid situations with the phone calls that I get, but I try to help everybody. So we're here to study about the Iraqi dinar. It's Saturday. We should be in premium. Yesterday, Friday. Some of you to ask your questions out of premium. I'm only answering premium questions. I think there's 41 questions tonight. Oh, are you kidding me? And I only answer your questions. And listen, premium, when you ask me questions and we open it up like this, don't ask me the questions of the material that I gave you inside of premium. Let's keep it in premium until I release it on Monday. Okay with you? Now, I saw your questions. So there's about 2 or 3 of them that are on the subject of what I released to you last night in premium. Nobody has it on the internet. Nobody knows that over 2 million people from Iraq went up to the Iranian terrorists in their buildings, the parliaments, everywhere, went right up to their faces and literally just yelled and screamed and told them, "Get out of my country. We don't want you. You're not invited. Get out, Iran. Get out." And then right after that, USA, USA. Well, of course it pisses off Iran even more. And then on top of all that, we told you, we said to you, listen, I'm not sure what all those papers are. They should have been, combusted right away. I mean, I don't know. Somebody littered that crash scene, something. And sure enough, when we started calling and the internet, the news started telling us, hey, there's suspicion. And we told you that there was about 80 Canadians. And then the following day, the Canadian ambassador, just like we told you, said, hey, we need to investigate this. And he did. And now the investigation force, at 5 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, I went into Premium last night and I posted what I did. Busted. Yep. And the crazy thing is that now Iran will play that game that they always play. It's a sick mental game. They will now blame the United States of America. Well, the reason why we accidentally, purely accidentally, shot down that plane full of, innocent people is because the United States killed, Soleimani, our leader. I mean, it's logical, isn't it? Right? 4 plus 7 is 32. Everybody knows that. Only in the Iranian mental, way of thinking. Yeah, that's about it. So, guys, stop. Stop, please. Let me concentrate, okay? Thank you. What was I saying?
You said 4 plus 7 is 32. And 4 times.
Because that's the mentality of Iran. They actually think that something wrong is actually something correct. And they think that when they do evil, it's actually good. And the evil that they did on those innocent Canadians and innocent children and students from all over the world, we told you what was on that plane. What they did to those people was sick. And I told you, those Democrats that said, "Oh, Iran, thank you for avoiding any terror, any areas that might have killed, American troops. Thank you, Iran." They have highly developed ballistic missiles that are so accurate. Shut up! You make me sick. All you that, and I'm not saying just Democrats. Democratic Party is actually a good party, along with the grand old party, the GOP. But I recently said, you Democrats need to go back to if you have to go back to the Whig, to the fundamental, to the basic structures of the Whig. Sorry, Jan. Of what your party was founded on. Go back to that then. Because the democratic thinking mentality is too communistic, it's too left. It's too dangerous for the United States of America that fights against it. McCarthyism, where are you when you're needed? I'm asking you one last time, stop it, family. We told you that those rockets, they're Keystone Cops. I said, look, what? Push the button. Where'd it go? I don't know. Push the button. Push it again. I don't know. Where'd it land? I don't know. Somewhere over there. That's exactly what it's like. Stupid morons. They fire this thing and it goes across the sky. You see it. 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 That's not warfare. That's a child throwing a tantrum. Our Space Force could have knocked it out in whatever. So, and then Trump, what did he do? Not what the Democrats demanded. Oh, you should fight back. Oh, how dare you? We've been slept. How dare you let them do that to us? Shut up! How can you be that stupid? Every day these idiots do this. They did it again last night. Did you say anything news? No. Do you say anything good? No, because you don't know that, do you? And in all honesty, a lot of you have no right teaching on the internet about this subject. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then how can you know what you're talking about? Oh, Frank is putting himself above us, and look at his intelligence is better than that. No, you know something? I find myself apologizing for my mistakes more than not making mistakes. But when I do, I quickly acknowledge them. Yeah, when I said Mike Wallace instead of Chris Wallace, I was embarrassed, and I humbly apologize. I apologize to the family and everything. But no, that's not enough, is it? So these rockets, like I told you, they were dangerous because they were just fired off randomly. But I never thought that they would. And also, by the way, Iran, Tehran, how dare you? What are you stupid letting these planes go in the air? When you're launching rockets, you make me think that you did this on purpose, especially when you destroyed the black box. And why would you kill these innocent people? You're already getting the attention that you want. It was almost in your favor. Why would you do this? Because you serve demons of this world, the principalities that want to destroy the creations of God. Well, I'm against that. Oh, Firefly, hold on. What was his name? And are there any more Iranians being targeted that you know about? What was his name? I don't have the time to give you Firefly's report. It's in depth. When the Iraqis went and confronted the Iranians a couple of days ago, we had an increase in helicopters in the air. Well, I'm sorry, when the Iraqis confronted the Iranians, we had an increase of Apaches in the air. The Iranians couldn't do anything. But about 2 hours ago, one of the pro-Iranians shot and killed an Iraqi. And 5 minutes ago, about an hour ago, Mr. Frank, they just shot a pro-Iranian militia leader here. He was shot and killed by unknown gunmen. It sounds like payback killing that we had this morning from the protester leader today. And it would take about an hour to cover all of this because it's so much. All of this is not in the media. None of this is in the newspaper out to you right now. Early this morning, Mr. Frank on the streets, protesters were all burning Mahdi's. He wants to come back, and we're rejecting him face to face. He wants to be renamed today, and we learned that Sadr has been in Iran all day with meetings of Iran leaders on trying to rename Mahdi as Mahdi does not represent. And he will be treated as well. I don't want to tell you, but it's not what the media is telling you. Not at all. Not at all. Like for example, they passed some here real quick. They're showing on television this morning, Mr. Frank, that we're passing international financial laws. It was amended today in Parliament, and all the amendments are relating to the international standards. Internet, it's like 30. Oh my God. It's like 30 amendments, and all are referring to the international standards and saying now this was amended now for the budget, and it can be sent to Parliament, and it will be legal for Parliament to handle. And I said, look, Eddie, the only way that you can be international is if you're Article 8 and if you've listed the value of your currency, which in my opinion you have. And that's why they make this announcement without directly saying anything else. And he says, yeah, That's what we think too, Mr. Frank. Oh, the guy they just killed. Oh, Talibi Abbas Ali Al Sahidi was his name, Mr. Frank. Oh. Hey, I'm not here to do this, okay? Graciously, KTFA Premium has allowed me to come out and answer their questions in front of you, so let's go and do that instead. I don't know where to go to get those questions. I should go to Claire. I only have 50% on this phone. I'm going to have to answer these questions fast since we're outside. Do we have a power pack? But only for that, so.
Well, I can undo it.
Okay. We'll see if we need it. First, let me get to Claire. Thank you, Claire. I see it. Oh, by the way, I know about that tweet that's going around that President Trump sent out to the Iraqi citizens. Do you remember yesterday? Was it yesterday we were with them? Yeah, yesterday I told you, I know you don't know this, but I'd like to show you something. And I read you a letter that the Iraqi citizens, Dear Mr. President Trump, remember the letter I read to you? This is President Trump responding to the letter. But it was purposely put in Persian. It was not put in Arabic. So our data got it and gave you the proper translation. Let the rest of the world and the rest of the internet have whatever translation they want. Have you caught on yet? Have you caught on yet? Maybe you will the day you meet me. Frankie, I got it. It's here. It's in the Persian dialect. The translation is as follows. I did not put it up. Well, he didn't at the time he gave it to me, but it's in our form. Do you belong to ktfos.com? If you don't, you should. Bye now. It says this, Frankie. Oh, by the way, well, I was going to read to you the translation that's on the internet. I don't want to waste time. Let me read to you the real translation. To the brave, long-suffering people of Iran, I've stood with you since the beginning of my presidency, and my administration will continue to stand with you. We are following your protests closely, and we are inspired by your courage. Hoorah. Alrighty, she said WhatsApp, right? Oh, there's another one when the president, he says, the government, and he's talking to the government of Iraq. The government, I'm so sorry. He's talking to the government of Iran. Just so many things to remember, I'm sorry. The government of Iran must allow human rights groups to monitor and report facts from the ground on the ongoing protests by the Iranian people. There cannot be another massacre of people of a peaceful protest, nor an internet shutdown. The world is watching. Yeah, way to go, Trump. And while the world is watching, meanwhile, how you guys doing, CBI? We met with the finance committee from the GOI. Did you really, CBI GOI? Well, that's what Delta told us was going to happen. We showed you the article, and then the article comes out, and you guys were talking about the exchange rate? Yes, we were. What else? Oh, about our currency count and what we're doing with that. What else? Well, then we also talked about the fact that, golly, the United States of America might put sanctions on us if we don't listen to them. Are you going to listen to them? Oh, yeah. Do you think Trump was going to put sanctions on us? Oh, no. It scared you, didn't it? Yeah. You want to be scared again? No. Well, what was it then that you talked about in the meeting? Post number 131 at ktfos.com. And if you're not a member, you should be by now. Well, Not only did we talk about those three subjects, but we also talked about, like I said, the fear. Well, I mean, it's not so much a fear. Well, I guess it is a fear. They want to take the dollar away from us. Trump says he would take the dollar away from us. He would? Yeah. Stop the auctions and all that kind of stuff, you know? Jolly good, old chap. Arabics talk that way. Anyways, so what are we going to do? I don't know. You tell me what you did. What you decide at the meeting. Well, the only thing we can do is just raise the value before they make us stop using the American dollar. Because when we raise the value, we stop using the American dollar. Well, didn't you already raise the value electronically? Well, didn't you already stop the metamorphosize and change the auctions? Yeah, we use less and less. Did you see the last numbers of the auction? Yeah, really low, aren't they? Yeah. Well, then what are you worried about? Nothing. We just talked about the things that we're going to do. Oh, that's good. So, yeah, post number 131, in case you want to know, researchers are saying that research revalue. I said revalues. Beautiful. No, I made a mistake. I got revalue in my mind. Post number 131. After the meeting from the CBI and the GOI, they come out and it says researchers reveal the value of external and internal debt to Iraq. The president of the independent group revealed today, Saturday, that the value of external and internal debts on the liability of Iraq, indicating that the total Iraqi debt amounts to $63 billion. Dahar said in a post seen by Yassin Iraq that various members are circulated in the media and among specialists about the actual debt of Iraq, and to find out the actual truth of the independent use of the Iraqi official sources identifying our debt. In other words, you don't even know your M123 figures, do you? Well, we do, but we don't want to tell anybody. I know. And you're acting like you don't know them? Well, we do, because the rest of the article talks about it. Oh, good for you. And that would be the reason, more than likely, why the new small category notes have been delivered to all the private banks. Because you know your note count, right? Well, I guess. And that also could be probably the real reason why 70% of collecting the 3 zeros from the streets is enough. Yeah, I guess. We got to get this. I mean, it's already the first of the year. We got to get this moving. You know what I mean? Good. What's your main, pressing need right now, CBI? Roll count. Everything that we printed, is it present? Is it present and available and ready for duty? And that's what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. And when Walking Stick was told by the CBI, his firm was told, all right, give me those 3 zeros that you've collected from the streets, and here's 50 and here's 100 K notes to replace those. Don't give them to the citizens, as those 3 zeros don't belong to them. You're going to be giving those out, the ones that you already received. And all the banks in Iraq, in my opinion, have the new small category notes, but not all the banks have the 50 and the 100. And somebody said to me today, well, why in the world of electronic dinars, why in the world would they want to print 50 and 100s? Why don't they just use the electronics with the banks to banks? We're going to WhatsApp. What's up? WhatsApp. Here we go. Dear God. Starting with question number 1 from Casey. Hi, Casey. Sorry about that. This guy's a lot of pulp in it. Hey, Mr. Frank. Yes, Casey. When they decide, hey, do you guys, is there any other guru that answers 40 questions? Is there a Q&A night for any guru? Can I ask them a question? What do you think of Frank 26? He's stupid. From Casey. When they decide who they want the prime minister to be, Does he have to get voted in like we do our president, or does he just get put in? Get your ass in there, man. No. Yeah. No, actually, get in there. He doesn't want to be outside. Yeah, Casey, it's a procedure. It's a process. Normally, somebody says, "I like that guy. That guy. That one. We'll put his name down on a piece of paper here," and then the paper is accepted, and Parliament will then suggest the suggestion. Then it's nominated. Then it's talked about. The candidate. He gives us speeches, and then they do voting on it, and then they do voting on it, and then they do all kinds of stuff on it. You can't ask me a question on text. A good question, though. Who were the people on the Iranian nuclear rocket scientists? They were fleeing Iran, and Obama was corresponding with Soleimani, and we were a member of your KTFA reinstatement. La 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 la. Please, you stop texting me so I can do this, and so I can go home with my wife to go get something to eat. Please, thank you. So I answered question number 1. Question number 2, Alora. To reach a modus operandi with Russia, who says we don't want anything to do with Russia? They want a lot to do with us. To reach a modus operandi with Randi, with Russia, without Democrats and without the cooperation from Turkey, the United States, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, is this the direction in which Iraq will embrace? What direction? For what? To reach a modus operandi with again, the same thing. Iraq is not begging Russia for anything. Iraq does not need anything from Russia. If anything, Russia badly needs Iraq. Badly needs Iraq. Is that the direction that we want, or that they want? They want to be able to do business with them. Question number 3, Wasabi, in your humble opinion, being that Iyad Alawi has resigned, you see, there's the example. I gave you this information in team chat. It is to stay in team chat. But you thought that this was a Saturday Q&A question inside of team chat. Therefore, that's not your your fault. And therefore, I will answer it. Being that Alawi has resigned, that's what I told you last night, from his position and afflictions, will this propel Alawi to the position of Prime Minister quickly, in your opinion? Alawi's a good guy. He works with the Iraqi citizens. He's not a pro-Iranian, and he doesn't care if he's prime minister. He cares for the citizens. You want to make him PM? He'll take it and run with it and do a good job. But does he want it? That's not why he resigned. He resigned to tell Iran, up yours, you bad people, up yours. You're not going to tell me what to do inside of this GOI? Tell you what, I got no powers in the GOI now. What you going to do? And they leave him alone. Question number 4 from Judy. In your opinion, if the Iraqi parliament is presently acting... No, seriously, is there any other guru that does this? And by the way, Frank doesn't know, and that's how I started out, and you put my wife's voice in there. That was a mistake. That was a mistake, because you're mine now, sucker. I ain't letting you go. And I apologize. In blood, all you got to do is call me. My phone number, 419-283-2552. I'll send you a pint. I'll send you a pint, you hypocrite. Oh, you should be a Christian, Frank. But you're the first to judge me, even though I apologized. I can just see you in heaven. Please forgive me, God. Well, what more do you want, God? I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at your puritanical perfectionists that you apparently are. Question number 4. In your opinion, if the Iraqi parliament is presently acting in a caretaker government, the role that they're in, don't be acting. They're a caretaker government. They're it's like a player that's neutered. A caretaker government capacity, does that mean that any action that Parliament takes and any laws they pass are unconstitutional and illegal? How's it, bruh?
Hey, hello.
How you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good. Show 'em what we do. Show 'em what we do. Appreciate the work. Looking good.
Thank you. You have a good day.
God bless, bruh.
Everybody's so friendly.
Everybody's very friendly, yeah. Ready, man?
Yep.
So once again, if the Iraqi parliament is presently acting in caretaker government, in other words, if they pass any laws or, yeah, I mean, where were you? We just recently talked about that in depth. What did the stupid leftover scraps of the Iranian influence in the government of Iraq try to do? Hey, get everybody. Where's Ali? He's in the bathroom. Go get him. Flush the toilet. Come. Everybody, gather around Parliament. Let me see. Show of hands. How many of you want the Americans to leave our country? All of you. Good job. Hey, wait a minute. Put a gun up to his head. Very good. And that was it. He didn't go to the procedures, which I defined to you step by step what they were. So the answer is yes, it's garbage. Number 5. Tim Seals, Seils. Hello, Frank. Howdy. Question from the YouTube last night. At one point, I felt that Walking Stick was saying the 100K and the 50K notes were being used to collect the 25 and the 10Ks. You don't believe that's what we said in our opinion.
It's moving for me. The how? What does move? This table.
So he says, could you clarify if the 10K is being collected? Look, very simply, I'll repeat myself because obviously you missed it. It's simple. The CBI called all the banks and they said, don't collect the 3 zeros from the people anymore. Okay. Now the ones that you have collected, send them to the CBI. Okay. Tell you what, don't even send them. We're coming to you. Why? Because we're bringing you 50 and 100K notes. Okay. Now, you're going to give us 25K notes. You either give us 4 or 10 of those 25K notes for the 50 or the 100K we're giving you. Okay? Okay. And don't you dare give those 150K notes to anybody. They're only for internal usage. Got it? Okay. Now, you're also asking, could you clarify the 10 being collected and that leaves, what about the 5K? And what did I say? I love how people ask me the questions of the things I've already said and the things I said I can't do. What did I say about the 5K? What did I say? And you're asking me, can you tell me now about it? Told you that it's possible that information is not out yet. Maybe some other gurus have it, right? And you do say, as all other smaller notes will coexist with the new small category notes. We talked about it yesterday, 250, 500, 1,000, remember? And stop short at the 5. I hope that helps. Question number 6, because actually all these questions is nothing more but a repeat of yesterday YouTube. God, there's so many homeless people. There's so many. I don't understand. It's not logical. It doesn't make sense. Human beings don't belong outside like in the elements like that. Human beings went into caves. That's where we put our paintings up on the walls, you know. And then when the Ice Age came, we went underground, into the underground caves to survive. KTFA is going to make a difference for these kind of people. Question number 8 from Leroy. Frank, has anything changed your opinion about the release of the budget? No, Leroy. I mean, I will admit I'm bumming, but the environment doesn't allow it, and it's only fair. Something small almost got big, but boy, they screwed it up. And it got very tiny. It got so tiny that the media left them alone. The only thing they covered yesterday was, oh, they confessed, and into today, but has anything changed your mind about the release of the budget? No, and I still feel that as the writer in the HCL, hell, they admitted it. I still feel that that budget contains the new rate. Has to in order for the HCL to be active. Yeah, no changes. Now, question number 9 from Wasabi. Frank, with the success of deleting 3 zeros via the citizens, the 70% of the 3 zeros that have been collected, and now removing the 3 zeros from the bank's inventory, why do you repeat everything I tell you and then make it seem like, oh, this is something new? Let me ask you, Frank. Frank, shut up. You're fueling the gurus. So with all that said, that you already said, Frank, won't this cause a liquidity problem for the banks and the citizens relatively quickly? What is the solution? Of course it causes a liquidity problem. Heck, I've been waiting for the ice cream to melt over the new small category notes. But the thing is, though, when the new small category notes went in, they didn't replace them with anything. Like the ones that they're replacing now when they bring in the 50 and the 100K. That's different. And yeah, as far as a liquidity problem, no, because this is internal usage. It has nothing to do with the citizens using the currency. Got it? Okay. Question number 10 from Eleni, E-L-E-N-I, Eleni. Frank, has Walking Sticks Banks received the new small category notes? Yes. And if so, do they have a date as to when to release them? Yes. You're asking me questions of things I've already taught you, in my opinion. Question number 11. Is he writing back at me?
Oh, they're just walking all over the place.
Hi, guys. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Come here. I feel them under my legs. That's what we're... Can they say it?
Yeah.
Bye, guy. Bye-bye. You got to stop smoking. You got to stop smoking. I saw you smoking last week. It stunts your growth. Look at the size of you. Number 11, Stephen Doyle. Frank, other than the anticipated appointment of the Citizens' Choice for PM, you see, but you see, that was what I gave you in premium last night, but it's okay because you can, all right, okay. I said I'll answer these questions. Frank, other than the anticipated appointment of the Citizens' Choice for PM, Ayat Alawi, and you know what? That's not the Citizens' Choice. You got that wrong in premium. I gave you the name of who the person is. I'll even show you the picture tonight of who he is, if you remind me. Alawi is, so the choice PM, Alawi, no, but is the RI truly dependent upon anything the Parliament or the GOI is doing, like, amending the FML or opening the budget? No. It is the RI, the reinstatement. Now, you're asking about the reinstatement. No. No, if anything, I think that the reinstatement is, just like I say, the rate is waiting for the budget. The rate doesn't need the budget needs the rate, in the same manner that I say here. No, The RI is simply waiting for the budget, waiting for the GOI, waiting for the garbage that's out there to to stop. You know what I mean? Stop. Let's stop the protesting and killing, and let's see what else we can do here. Alrighty, question number 12, also from Stephen Doyle. Frank, can you give us an update on the latest demonstrations, which were including 2 million citizens and dozens of bull? No, I gave that all to you last night in premium, and I'm not going to answer that question any further. Question number 13. You see, I will release information when I think it's appropriate. What I gave you last night was for you to understand what's going on in the streets. But as far as what happened after that, I gave you a little bit already. Told you what they did. They went right up to their faces. I told you who got killed already this morning, and then they retaliated, and they killed an Iranian leader again. But look who's doing it now. Well, the media will eventually catch up and tell you who's doing it, or the other gurus that know all of this, right, Guru? Right, Guru? That guy, or this little guy, all those guys, By the way, I wrote down, Tink. I wrote down all the names of the people. All their names, their usernames. Some of those usernames are on our UB2B. I know. There's like about 30, 40 names that were spitting on us, and their names are on our UB2B. So tonight, I'm going to take all those names, because I don't want to hurt these people. I don't want their feelings, to be hurt. I don't want them to throw up like they say when they listen to me. I've got to help these people, Tink. I know how to, so I'm going to look up every one of their names in the other videos that we've had, and then I push button number 4, right? Yep. The one that says, you're eliminated from my life forever and never. You can never come back to my YouTube and never see me again. I did this for you because I upset you, and you can thank me later.
I thought it said, as you wish.
Oh, is that what it says? As you wish. That's a good one. Like I dream of Judy. I dream of, what was her name? Barbara? Whew. Man, she was something else. I liked her a lot. She got me through her. Anyway, it's Stephen Boyle, remaining CBI ideal. Are you asking another question, Stephen Boyle? Golly, 3 questions, dude. Frank, in your opinion, what remaining element comprises the CBI's idea of ideal timing for the release of the RI?
Kind of sounded like that other question someone
asked. This is Stephen Doyle. That is the politest way I've ever had anybody tell me. What's the date? Frank, yes, Mr. Frank, yeah, okay. In your opinion now, just your opinion, what remaining elements comprise the CBI's idea of ideal timing for the release of the RI? Probably the gurus to shut up. The environment. Sincerity. The environment. And that's what Donald Trump and his people are doing. They are cleaning the environment. You see, we cleaned the streets of Daesh and terrorism and ISIS. We have now cleaned the GOI by scaring the crap out of them and arresting them of terrorism from Iran. And now they are cleaning the way for the reinstatement to come forth. And the cleaning of it is mainly, again, the removal of Iran. Question number 14 from... It tickled my ear for some reason. You okay, babe?
Yep.
You want another blanket, babe?
No, I'm fine. Hiding people, some nasty, foul-mouthed people in here tonight.
Oh, it's okay. They're children, or they're people that were maybe didn't have mom and dad. You know what I mean? They were raised
by wolves.
By wolves. By wolves. And it's sad that they were raised by wolves. From Rich Robin. Hey, I think you're new to ktfalways.com. There were several articles stating that Hadi al-Amir had been arrested around January the 3rd. Has he been released, and if so, why? Yes. And why? No comment. Question number 15 from Miss T. How you doing, Miss T? I'm Mr. T. No, it's a bad joke. Have we recovered from our sneeze? We're recovering, and that's what I think that Trump is doing right now. He's cleaning all the boogers. You know, he's cleaning that little last piece, which is the bad militia, the supreme militia leaders of that are in Iran. I don't even think that's their country. I don't know who they are really. I never asked. But it's these people. Those are the ones that Trump is cleaning, and he's working with the Iraqi and Iranian citizens to do this. And yesterday and the day before, and I don't know too much about today. I haven't read all of our report. But in the last 2 days, both Iraqi and Iranians are confronting these militia, the supreme militia leader of Iran. They love their people. They love their country. They love their government. Unfortunately, the holy man from Iran, holy cow, buddy. You better find another country to trick, because the Iranians are coming after you. And you know it. Same thing that they did in Iraq. Iraqi citizens went after the holy man. Holy cow. So have we recovered from our sneeze? We're recovering from it, and Trump is doing that. Look at them bitches. Question number 16, Alora. Will Baghdad stand with the United States in protecting Iraq? Thank you. What? Alora. Will Baghdad stand with the United States in protecting Iraq? Sweetie, Baghdad is a city in Iraq, the country in Iraq. So the city that is in Iraq is going to definitely stand with the United States to protect Iraq. Okay? Okay. Question number 17. Column 1, Frank, when the banks turn in the 3-0 notes to the CBI, why go through the expense of printing larger physical interbank denominations instead of simply crediting each bank electronically? Here we go. I already answered that question, did I? Did I answer that question, Tank?
Interbank.
Inter what?
The interbank.
Oh, the interbank stuff?
I don't think you answered what you're looking for.
I answered it when we first started out. I said to the family, I said, look, many of you are asking me, why did we print the 50K and the 100K? And I said right away because, I already gave my answer, didn't I? I can't really remember. Maybe it's right here, man. See if you can find it. It's on a sheet by itself. Anyways, while I'm looking for something else, let me see if I can help you with that question. Number 1. When you say, why did they print 50s and 100s? You know, why didn't they use electronic methods of doing it? My dear friend, they printed over 2 years ago. So, for them not to use something that was part of the plan of the monetary reform would not be smart. For them not to follow through with what the Fab Four not had recommended or suggested but demanded, that wasn't going to be good either. No, that ain't it. That wasn't going to be it either. It's not like this is something they came up with just poof. About a year and a half ago, they did recalculations. I keep telling you. And when they went through those recalculations, that's when this years of the 50s and 100s were printed because they were going to keep them internally to be used for bank-to-bank platform transactions. Then the rest was going to be given, and not everybody gets the same amount. All banks are giving different amounts. Then they would get the difference with the 50 and 100 Ks. Isn't that something, Jen? I wrote down all that information, and then all of a sudden it just appears. And I know that I put it on a single sheet all by itself so that it would, really, really stand out.
I know you had it like this when you were.
I know, sweetheart, but finding it is another. Here, is this it? I got it. To help a little bit more with this question, because we're going to hit it again, and when I do, I'm just going to skip over it. This is a rollout on how to retrieve, not collect from the citizens, but to retrieve the 3 zeros from the banks. This was a part of the monetary reform plan years ago. It was already, this currency that you're asking about, the 50, 100Ks, they didn't just print them a few months ago like they did in other things that they printed. No, this was part of the plan a long time ago. And it was part of the calculations. But more importantly, I want you to know this. It's part of the note count. Lights go on. Yeah, it's part of the note count in both directions. Not only in what they're giving them with the 50 and 100 case to know exactly where they're at now, but also the ones that they're retrieving. As soon as they get the 25K notes from the banks for these 50 and 100s, the CBI will burn the 25K notes. They take inventory. What did I tell you yesterday? All present accounted for, sir. Good. Then we move forward. And that's what we're doing. Or that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're taking inventory of their note count so that they can move forward, and they're doing it by introducing or giving the 50 and 100s to the banks. Okay? Okay. Next question from Ron, Mexico. I wonder if he's from Mexico.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's a man. It says Ron from Mexico.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I think this is actually an Asian woman. Anyways, Ron from Mexico says, "Hey, Frank, what? I am wondering if Lucifer I am wondering if Lucifer took a third of the host of heaven with him in his rebellion." Yes, he did. Why would you wonder about that? But yeah, he did. I wonder if he took a third of the host of heavens with him in his rebellion. Would the Space Force also possibly be protecting us from evils that might be affecting us from outside of our planet, possibly demonic type aliens? Any answer that you give would strictly be in your opinion. Thank you for all that you do. Holy cow, Ron from Mexico, I think is an Asian Oriental woman. Where'd that come from? Left field or right field? Ooh. What? What? See, what? But you know what? There's something here. Let me answer it from my heart and my opinion. Everything I'm saying tonight is in my opinion, right? And I don't know jack anyways. You see, I believe that in the book of Genesis, it tells us that when God created man and woman, the angels, they were up there with him that he created. First the cherubims and the angels and the human souls and man, then woman. And in fact, woman was the last creation that I know of. God's last creation was the most beautiful thing he could ever make. And not for man, but for all of mankind. Anyways, when the angels looked down and they saw these women for the first time, it was tempting. I don't know if there's any female angels. Whoa, that's a deep thought. But I know that the Bible was telling me about male angels. They found the women on earth attractive. So somehow or another they escaped from heavens and or they left whatever and came down to earth where they didn't belong. They shouldn't have been. Made it and created basically freaks, creations that were not by God, not by God. You know, Neanderthal, Australopithecus, Peking man, Java man, Cro-Magnon, Neander, you know, all these kind of things, you know what I mean? I don't believe that those hominids were God's creations. I think they were the mistakes of angels that should not have made it with human women. And God was so angry that he said, you know what, you guys are out of here. And he kicked them all out of heaven. Now, they go and they work now for their new boss, Lucifer. I don't even like calling him Lucifer. Lucifer is a beautiful name of an angel. Unfortunately, it was that punk. He messed that name up. I just call him L. So it was L that got his own hood together and said, come on over. And it was called Planet Earth. Yeah, you know, the boss says I can come down here since this is what I like so much. So if you all want to come down here, come on down and we'll have a party for, I don't know, a long time until he decides to come back. But somewhere in that process, in my brain, in my mind, because I actually had a close encounter of the second kind with my daughter as a witness, and it went for like about almost 20 minutes. And I mean, I know what I saw. I saw what I saw. I experienced what I saw. We communicate. My daughter and I, we know what happened. And when it was over with, I thought to myself, I didn't like that. You know, it's not like, you know, Kimosabi, welcome to America, we Indians, you know. No, it was like, we smarter than you. We badass, we better than you. And they made me feel that. And I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything good about it. I was left with questions that made me feel that this is not godly. God would not do this to me. And it hit me. I wonder if these are the angels that were cast out of heaven. All these punks that are still mad at God and still terrorizing human beings in one way or another. And if it ain't them, physically and spiritually, those little punk demons that run around, I know because I've seen them. That's interesting. I've never heard God's voice. I've never seen angels. My family members have. And yet I've seen demons. And I've heard demons. You've heard them too. They called out your name, didn't they? No, they said, hi, babe. It said, hi, babe. You thought it was me. And you responded to it.
No, I turned to look to see if you were there.
What if it would have caressed you? Ooh, that's spooky, huh? So to answer your question, Ron Mexico, I don't know. But I did have an experience. And I have a witness, my daughter. And whatever it was, we were left with an uneasy feeling. And I didn't like it. Therefore, instead of something benevolent, Maybe it was meant to be more malevolent instead, destructive, because I didn't like the way I felt. So, Space Force, are they helping us to deal with these things? I hope so. And if not, I don't care. Jesus Christ died on the cross so that I would not have to die by these idiots. All of L's little punks. If there was a way for me to leave this world, it would be in battle. It would be in battle against demons. Because that's what I experience every day of my life already. And I'm well trained for it. Question number 19 from Alora. How long would it take to drain the US dollar out of Iraq to appease the budget CBI? Well, Alora, that's also a date question. But let me put it this way. How long did it take the 50 IQD to disappear from circulation in Iraq? Literally a day or two, huh? Question number 20 from Kid Farlow. Frank, with China agreement being implemented, yes, when President Trump will sign on the 15th of January with China, yes, do you feel this puts more pressure on the CBI and the GOI to finish the lava flow? No. What Trump is doing with China maybe indirectly involves Iraq because it's some of their stuff that they'll be trading, but no, it has nothing to do with the GOI, to get a new government. Has nothing to do with the CBI with the monetary reform. Nothing to do with it. Nothing. Question number 21. And if you allure to the idea that, well, maybe it's something tangible, maybe it encourages it, no. If you had three separate rooms, China deal, GOI getting their parliament, and CBI with the RI, and you asked the CBI a question about China, they would tell you, I don't know. Question number 21 from Only Love. Oh, Only Love. Could you be loved? Oh, don't sing. Frank, are the banks in Iraq working with the same schedule that they received, or did they get a new updated one? That's a good question, Only Love. In my opinion, same schedule. Still on schedule. But if there's any mid-course corrections, I don't know. If there's any postponements, any delays, move it a few days, I don't know that. I'm sorry. But I know the schedule that they have has not been changed. And I know that's all I know. Question number 22 from McDan. Hi, buddy. Frank, will we, outside of Iraq, if you can share this, will we, outside of Iraq, have any institution to comply to the CBI request when we turn in any of our dinar to help control the movement of the Iraqi dinar? I don't understand the question. Frank, will we, outside of Iraq, that's me, have any institution to comply? Any institution to comply? Any institution to comply to the CBI? Let's remove institution. Will we have anything to comply to the CBI's request in turning in any dinars to help control the movement of the... I don't understand the question. When the value goes up, McDan, the CBI in Iraq will open its doors to the citizens. Come on in. Yeah, you got purchasing power. Yeah, your dinar is now actually $1. $1. Now, outside, hey, says the CBI to all of you, you want to exchange those dinars to, I don't know, whatever currency you want to? Please do. Here, go to these satellite banks that we've got. Please do. Go. Yeah. Because you see, our banks outside of Iraq, internationally, when they collect them from you for whatever rate they give you, they're going to send them to us, the CBI, and we're going to vaporize them as soon as we can. Yeah, it's the last part of the no count. You see, right now, we're doing the no count so that we can do the last part, which is the reinstatement. And then it automatically kicks in the last part of the no count. Yeah, the M1 figures. Do you see them? Look, turn around. Right in between those two buildings in about 5, 4, 3, 2. There.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. There. Aren't those big? I mean, here in Hawaii, every one of our military forces are all here. I mean, when we saw those 4 F-35s fly over our heads,
That was not the National Guard.
that was not the, who said it was the National Guard?
Somebody else.
No, sir, there's not the National Guard. They get the Volkswagens, unfortunately. They get the F-14s. Hey, Coast Guard, I'm sorry, man, but you know it's for real. But you defend our country. Thank you. Anyways, okay, so, you okay, Ben?
Uh-huh.
We also that was McDan. Question number 23 from Winfield. Frank, I wonder if the astrology and the planets that you referred to a short time ago, does it have to do with the upcoming quadruple conjunction of the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto interacting with either the Moon or Mars on January the 12th through the 15th? Yes. Well done.
Astronomy.
Yes. Well done. It's not something I pay attention to as a Christian. It's not something that the United States government pays attention to. No, I think they use, what is that, rock, scissors, paper. Yes, because that's important to the Middle East. Question number 24. Let it be. Let it, I can't say.
Somebody said, are these actual questions from premium members?
Are you serious? You would have the meats and balls to ask me that kind of a question.
Join premium and you can ask it too.
Yeah, look. Can you see?
Yeah.
You see the question number 34? Is it 34? 24. See that? Huh? Look at here. Ask 24. Look at that. Number 25. Another question from Marcus. It's raining like a son of a gun now. You okay?
Good, Berto.
This is my lava. It's my skirt. Did I show them my lava last year when I walked around in that?
Yes.
In that lava? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Now I can be
even darker?
I can be any guru I want. All ships ahoy! Everybody, all the ships. Mr. Frank, you should be a Christian if you. Yeah, whatever. Did we do number 24? Before I was really interrupted? Frank, at this point, with what reliable news we have, if you had to pick just one thing, what gives you the most confidence that we are very close in your opinion? The things that I'm dying to tell you, but I can't. But I guess what I am excited about that I can tell you is what the CBI is saying and doing. Every time they talk. I mean, a sugar cube melts in my mouth with honey on top of a baklava. Question number 25 from Marcus. Hello, Frank. Hello. In your opinion, is it possible for the Central Bank of Iraq notes and the new small category notes to coexist without a new rate? No, Marcus, that's a good question. No, Marcus, why would you bring out the new small category notes and leave the 3-0 notes out in the street? No, and that's why, son, they brought it down to 250. How many zeros is it, 250? 1. How many zeros is a 500? 2. And how many zeros is a 1,000? 3. Oh, wait a minute. There's a 3-0 note. And watch that 1,000 fade probably within 3 to 6 months after the RI. Alrighty, so no, they don't, you can't. The coexisting will be with the 250, 500, and 1,000. And that's as close as you can get to a 3-0 that will coexist with the new exchange rate. Good question. But it will fade away. Watch. Question number 26 from Judy. In your opinion, would the Iranian people be Will the Iranian people be successful in removing Khomeini and the President Rouhani from power? Yeah, it's being done. That's what I said. Mr. Trump is cleaning up the last part of what might be any type of, I don't want to say resistance to the RI, but what might be any last part of an insult to the RI. Question number 27 from Susie. How long can Iraq, in your opinion, continue to operate at this pace without the RI, given the recent changes? You mean at a program rate? Now? Not, no. No. I would say indefinitely. If they were still getting loans, if they were still getting grants, if they were still being helped, no. If they were getting any contracts in, no. Why do you think that the President of the United States yesterday, or 2 days ago, came out, 2 days ago, President Trump comes out and he says, Iraqi citizens, Iraqi government, you want me to make you pay for the war? No. Well, are we leaving? Are our troops leaving Iraq? No. We don't want you to leave. It's these Iranian morons. We know that, says President Trump, but I'm just asking you now. I'm just asking you, okay? No. We don't want you to go. So, with the United States staying, with the value of the Iraqi dinar increasing, at that pace, at this pace, they need to do the RI because there ain't nobody helping them. And all the other things that you see that are going on is the indication that they are doing and are about to release the RI. Without a doubt. Anyways, in my opinion. And based on the things that are back here, somewhere back, well, actually more towards the left side, over here. Based on those things up here, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Oh, by the way, somebody, my bling bling, where's my bling bling?
Underneath, yeah.
Somebody sent me a long email criticizing me, telling me, how dare you flaunt your, what was it, bling bling or whatever they called it, in front of us. You're in Hawaii. You making money off of everybody. I just thought about that because you see, this is something that is my grandchildren's, and I explained it. And I've been doing this for 33 years. How long have you been saving properly? When I divide this in 4, it'll be given to my grandchildren. Do you know the value behind it that can help them in a case of an emergency? You ever notice I have 2 wedding rings? Why? One is because my love gave it to me, and the other one is for an emergency. Don't walk around blind all day. Have a backup for a backup and be smart about things. So I hope I answered your question. Now, question number 28 from G Black. Frank, in your opinion, do you believe that the reinstatement will actually happen this year, or is this just a teaser for coming attractions? That's just a date question. Number 29 from from Corner Mark. Hey, brother. From Corner Mark. Aloha, Frank. Is there a specific date where the interim government will shut down and Iraq can start from scratch and remove the Iranian influence? Yeah, there is. So the question is, have they reached that date yet? No. How long is that time frame? Let's put it this way. In my opinion, it's as long as Donald Trump wants it to go. Because in my opinion, we're putting together that government. If you don't believe me, show me the elections. Post number 30 from Judy. In your opinion, is the resignation of Dr. Alawi from Parliament a significant event? Yeah, I did already answer that question. It told the Iranian influence that was trying to use them in the GOI, you can't use me no more. I'm not part of the GOI. I'm willing to give up my position because I believe in the Iraqi people, not you Iranian militia supreme leaders. Question number 31 from Suli. Hi, Suli. Regarding Trump's statement last night, in your opinion, do you think that it's 35 trillion that we have versus 35 billion? You know, the 3 zeros removed. Yes, ma'am. If you look at your notes, I told you last year when I was asked, Frank, how many dinars do you think we have in the treasury? I said, in my opinion, it's about 30 billion. So one day at 1-to-1, it would be 30 trillion. But now Trump tells us almost a year later, looks like we picked up another 5 billion. And the 35 billion would definitely become 35 trillion. Yeah. Now, that's at 1-to-1. What? That's at 1-to-1. Yeah. The lifting of the 3 zeros, right, to be equivalent to $1, right, yeah. But they recalculated, in my opinion, a lot of times, yeah. With supercomputers, yeah. And they selected one, yeah. And it's already in the budget, yeah. And calculated because of the 255 and the 1000s. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I gave you a hint. The 1000 will fade away. It wouldn't at 1-to-1. Hey gurus. So if I answered your question correctly, Sully, let me see. 35 billion. What'd you say, Mr. President? They're going to pay for the war. Okay, let me see. 35 billion would be 35 trillion. That's only enough to balance the budget, Mr. President, and part of the deficit. Yeah. But they recalculated. Oh, okay. Well, let me see. What's after trillion, sir? And you think I'm kidding? I am. It's all in my opinion. I don't know nothing. I'm just a guru. Quit smiling, Tink. You smiling?
Yes.
You're smiling. Okay, you're smiling. You love me?
I do.
You still love me?
Love you
How much
forever.
longer? Forever?
Yeah.
I'll be-
Heard of me.
Hey, don't go forever, babe. Question number 32 from Mav30. Do you know why in a digital world that the Iraq, this currency would use 50Ks and 100Ks for the banknotes transactions? Mav, we answered it. In fact, a lot throughout this call tonight. Question number 33 from Judy. In your opinion, is the article about capital and possibly U.S. embassies being moved from Baghdad fake news? No. No. Huh?
KTFA. I see people running. I'm like, oh.
You thought he was coming up to say KTFA?
Like what?
If you all, any Hawaiians, if you come, you bring cookies. Just show up here. You get 2 hours, bro. You're on the other side of the island, all the way up in where? Turtle Bay area. Shoot, you could make it in 1 hour.
We need some hot chocolate.
We need hot chocolate, bro. We're in Hawaii, and back home it's warmer than it is here.
There's a pirate ship out there.
Pirate ship?
Yes.
Aye, aye!
See if I can.
Aye, 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 aye. So the embassy. Yeah, because your question was, is it true about the possible U.S. embassy being moved from Baghdad, or is that fake news? It was one of the threats that were, not threats, but one of the ultimatums, we really? You want to kick us out? Well, we'll move our embassy. No, that brings a lot of protection to Baghdad. You think? And the other thing, too, by the way, is we have, you probably don't know this, gurus. Tell them. Oh, we don't know. How many embassies are in Iraq? Come on, gurus. Let me see. You're with me. You. I see you back. Don't try to get back here. You. Yeah, you. The tall guy with the black hair. Oh, you got the bald spot too? How many embassies in Iraq? Huh? What are they saying, Jane?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. We'll wait.
Four. 3.
Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. The guru finally got it right. Yeah, they got 3. So they got plenty of these embassies in Iraq. And it doesn't really matter if they move them or they don't move them. It doesn't matter. Question number 34 from Sam Rice. Is it possible that we are waiting on the flat tax bill to pass so that we are not overtaxed? No, good question, Sam. But no. Our government, oh, they're so nice. Whenever they pass a new tax bill, it's quickly put into the tax code for the following quarter. So they don't miss anything. And to be honest with you, that's why in all honesty, our tax codes haven't been updated recently in many years. I don't know why. I'm not going to say it's all because we're waiting for the RI. No. I don't know. For whatever reason it is. There is clarity, but there is also confusion, especially when it comes to the April the 15th, income tax. And then also from state to state it varies. But no, I don't believe we're waiting for that. Has nothing to do with it. Question number 35 from Beat. In your opinion, how many people with us?
1.1.
1.1?
640 thumbs up.
1.1 is a slow night.
They like
I'm spoiled. Question number 35 from Beat. In your opinion, is the general who organized the protests for the citizens still in the running for prime minister? He dead. No, he gone. Question number 36, Tom's runner. Frank, do you feel that we are at the same spot we were with the RI before the Iran-Iraq-USA conflict, or are we any worse off or better? I mean, I don't think we're worse off. We're on course, but we are delayed. There is a hiccup, a sneeze, a mid-course correction, whatever you want to count it. And it's only fair, isn't it? It's only fair. When you look at what's going on, I would say that we're ahead of the game. But you have to be fair and realize that we're also in back of the game. Because on January the 1st, I was looking for that budget. I was looking for the new rate, and it didn't come out that way. Instead, what did we see? Wow. I mean, you think you got a bonus, but you end up with a double bonus. We see Trump get involved. We see Pompeo going. We see Iran being embarrassed in front of the world and now literally going to fade away. Interesting. I personally, with my opinion, feel and see with my teams that the Central Bank of Iraq is not collecting the 3 zeros from the citizens no more. That means a lot. Isn't that right, gurus? Oh, yeah, that's right. Come on, let me just have a little fun. I'm sorry if I'm being disrespectful. So, yeah, I think that we're actually ahead of the game because we are more involved. We have more control. Thank you, Iran. Thank you. But not for the tragic loss of the American contractor. Yeah, his family doesn't have a husband, a father, and not for the tragic loss of all those people on that airplane. I mean, they were hit, and it wasn't a direct hit. They were hit somewhere in the fuselage, because if it was the wing, it would have blown up. But they were dismantled. They were not airborne. They could not stay in the air. They were not aerodynamic, and for them to call their families, You know, like me on that plane, Jan, I love you, sweetheart. I love you forever. And we've been hit. I don't know. It hit the plane violently, and we're going down. I'm not afraid to die. I'm just sad to be without you. Be strong. I love you. Bye. And then you don't exist anymore. I mean, you're talking, and then you don't exist anymore. And they know that as their plane is going down, these are their last moments of existence, of love. It just don't make sense why Iran meanness would do this to innocent people. And why would they allow those planes to fly in the air when they were firing their bloody rockets off? Because you wanted to hit one. You wanted somehow or another for it to blame the United States of America. And then you come out with your stupid logic. Wow. That plane wouldn't have gone down if the United States hadn't killed our supreme leader. Yeah, there was a lot of stupid human beings that were created when those diabolical angels came down and made it improperly. And I think a lot of that stupid DNA is still around. Am I done? Claire, was that the last question? Can you help me? Are you okay, babe?
Uh-huh.
I love you.
Love you too.
I won't go down on an airplane without you.
No, I'd be with you.
I know. I didn't mean to make you cry. She said, yes, that's it. No more. Fire! All five. What was all five? All done. Okay. Stop it. No more ping. I dare you to ping me again. Ping me again.
You dared her.
If you love me, you'll ping me one more time.
Uh-oh.
Maybe she didn't hear me. If you love me, you'll ping me one more time. Is this thing working?
Yeah. You didn't turn it on.
You're fired! Let me see, ladies and gentlemen, if I go to pictures real quick. I read... oh, yeah, you too! Oh.
Don't mess with Claire.
Don't mess with Claire. Hold on a second. Let me see. This is the tweet. We read it to you. It's actually in Persian. We told you the real words, what it says. Post number 143. And if you don't belong to KTFOS.com, you should. Post number 143. Thousands of Iranians are demanding that Khamenei leave, and they're tearing Soleimani's photos with thousands of. I didn't know that. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What did I just tell you?
Go up a little bit.
What did I just say? Honestly, Honest Engine, I didn't know about this because I haven't been in our forum and I haven't been able to get off the phone. But there it is. Thousands of Iranians are demanding that Khamenei, the holy man, leave, and they're tearing these are Iranians. What did I tell you? We don't have anything to do with this, Mr. President. Please come and help us. We are. That's what's so cool about it. We are. It's changing. Thank you. So, Frank, are we farther behind or farther ahead? Farther ahead, in my opinion. But it also depends on how somebody looks at it. From my point of view, this is amazing. A parliamentary committee exposes the risk of the United States sanctions on Iraq. So that means that you want to do things quickly, don't you? Yes, and that's what you're doing. I don't even know why you're talking about it. Members of the Finance Committee revealed on Saturday what happened in the meeting of the Finance Committee with the GUI, which attended both by the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq and the financial president. Oh, that was a good meeting, which we talked about already. No, I don't want to read that. What the heck is that? Oh. You know, it's funny, Jan. They just asked me. The problem is, they just asked me about this. But the problem is, I don't believe. Family, I don't have sound. And I don't know why, but look. What? Can they see that? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can really see that. But this is a video. It's off of a television program where the Iranian Air Force was confronted by UFOs. And then the other one is the Iraqi Air Force, also confronted by UFOs. I don't want to show the whole thing that they show the UFOs yet.
No, I'm showing to Iran. It's kind of glary now.
It's too bad I don't have a volume. I don't know why. But it's funny that we were just talking about this, and I have here that was just sent to me earlier today. These videos, they're actual airplane videos from the cockpit of Iranian and Iraqi Air Force dealing with UFOs. Does it show the UFOs already? That's good enough. I just wanted to show them a little bit of that. These are some really good pictures. I mean, I'm impressed with this. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to stop. Oh, that's a nice picture too. Anyways, are we done? Everybody done? Any more questions? And if not, I leave you all in peace. God bless you. May you be happy in all that you do. I will be with you not tomorrow, but Monday. On Monday we do a very quick little UB2B, very short. And it's just to introduce our main call that will be on live stream. If you need me for anything, my name is Frank. I go by Frank26. My phone number is 419-283-2552. We have now 50, no more 50?
No more 50 kids.
Okay, and it's just 100? Or you don't know?
These are the largest ones down here.
No, he said he had 100.
There's 120 kids. This is what.
No, he had 100,000.
I posted the new boulevard prices on the forum.
You posted this whole thing? This whole thing, right? Yeah, our broker now, he brought in the 100,000 boulevard. I don't see it on here, funny enough. But I'll have to call him and ask him about it. But we still are offering the different packages of the boulevard. And we now have, we ran out of the 50,000, but we now have the 100,000. And the thing about that one is that that's the one that was printed in 2019. Somebody asked me today and they said, well, Frank, do you sell boulevard bonds? I said, there are no boulevard. You mean American bonds that Boulevard used, that Venezuela used? No. So I leave you all in peace. I thank you for being with us. I will see you in 2 days on Monday. It's good to be with you, and I wish you all well. That's an interesting pirate ship out there, ain't it, babe?
Mm-hmm. And there's a parasail. It's very high though.
Whee!
I like your tree.
You want me to climb the tree? I'd have to take my shoes off. Or I have to take my slippers off. But no, I don't climb no tree and be a monkey. What I'm going to do is go take my wife to eat somewhere. Yeah, I'm different. Yeah, I irritate people. But I pray to God that we give him all honor and glory. And I pray to God that I was successful today in helping you understand some of these questions and answer them properly. And I really, really tried my best not to goof around too much today. You know how difficult that was on me? Can I go and be goofy now with you, Tank?
Yep.
Okay. I love you. I'm
Love
proud of
you.
you. And I thank you. I'm proud of you too, KTFA. I'll see you soon. Aloha. Aloha nika oi. Bye-bye.